Bible on the beat.
We got them going down for the count. Looking at the ground. That's why we got haters. That's why we got haters.
Alright. We're going to start this meeting March 26, 8:30 in the morning. I'm going to read the Gallatin Newspaper, Wednesday, March 24th, 2010. It turns out that Kentucky Utilities is now building a landfill. I've heard it, I've heard called sludge pond, landfill. I've heard several names for this, but it turns out that it's going to be dry. It was going to be wet, but now it's going to be dry. So it was a pond, but now it's a landfill. Which, that's, this whole ash landfill coming in here, that's news to me. And actually something interesting, I just spoke with the Warnicks, and they're going to do a story on me since I'm a candidate running for state representative, and I had a day in court 2 days ago, so they're going to do a story on that. So that'd be interesting. It's supposed to be coming out next week. Yeah, so I hope it's not a smear piece. So we'll see how that turns out. Yeah, and here, Skip Smith says the zoning board can't do anything about the landfill coming in. That's, utility companies can't just do whatever they want to do. They gotta abide by certain regulations. They can't just do anything they want to do. They can just take anyone's land. I mean, it's a private company. How's a private company can just take whatever property they want to, no matter what the local government says? I think the local government can stand up if they want to on this deal, but it's millions of dollars, so it's probably not. No one's probably going to stand up to it. We're getting it, but since Warsaw, we get to breathe all this pollution that's coming in here, we might as well benefit from having a coal plant. If we have to smoke or breathe all this pollution, then we should have free electricity. We should have lights all over the place. Warsaw should be lit up like Las Vegas. If we're going to breathe all that pollution in, we should get some of that electricity too. I'm just saying. Our jobless rate is 15%. 14.3%. It just keeps on rising and rising. Economy is bad already. In Magafin County, you got 23% is jobless. So that's nearly 1 out of 4 people in Magafin County, Kentucky, that has no job. 1 out of 4. 1 out of 4. Unemployment's rising. Mr. Warnick says he's going to make a phone call and he's going to wish his new neighbors good luck. It may not be much, but at least he can be sure that no one will get hurt. And what more could anyone want from a neighbor? True. I agree with this. I believe if neighbors actually would talk to each other, it could stop a lot of conflict before it even happens. So go over here. Spike Wright is saying that he hopes John Jones is a role model for all of his children.
And these niggas in it really don't matter cause they all just clones. Go to school, read a book, be a lawyer. Giving them all for the cows. I ain't trying to get involved with the lost bird, but a nigga will get caught with the mouse bird. And that just ain't a good song. Don't get it wrong with the fact that my own. These niggas that sweet go to the head. Show you how to get rich. Yo, we on my show you how to pitch. Made so play, I show you how to hit. And to the police, I don't know about shit. And man, it's nothing like air. Homie, hold it right.
Then you got Al Cross, who's the director of the Institute for Rural Journalism at the University of Kentucky. And Al Cross is endorsing Rand Paul. Rand Paul, who's anti-spending, anti-government, anti-incumbent, and he's for term limits. So he supports him. Here we got, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 foreclosures. So you got North American Tax Solutions, Green Tree Servicing, Nationwide Advantage Mortgage Company, HSBC Mortgage Services, Wells Fargo Bank, and GMAC Mortgage. Those are the companies, And then they are foreclosing on Thomas Gibson, Harold Brown, Della Glacken, Tim Hughes, T-W-E-H-U-E-S, George Eversole, and Robin Scudder. So 6 foreclosures. According to Ronnie Smith, if he was sheriff, foreclosures would not happen. Here's Justin Williams has a small claims and damage dispute against Meadow Creek Townhomes. I wonder what that's about. And also Frank Pence has a lawsuit against Racers Pit Stop. And it says a motion to compel. So that's a motion to force one of them to show up to court. And Kentucky Utilities had bought Mark and Ruth Kearns. I think Renee would be interested in hearing about Ruth. I don't know who that Ruth is. But they're selling 128.3 acres for $1.786 million. Almost $2 million they're getting for their property for KU to put that coal ash landfill. I guess it's going to be landfill. Hopefully it's dry. If it's not dry, then it's a pond. But they're saying it's going to be dry now. Then we got here Harriet Lowe. She is calling for everybody in Gallatin County. If you think it would be in the interest of Gallatin County's community at large to acquire grant funds to establish and maintain a community center for use to house a workforce training center, recreational facilities for our young people, a disaster relief shelter in the event of some unforeseen calamity, or a location for public forums, then she wants you to respond by marking one of the boxes below, yes or no. And then to send your response to Harriet Lowe, 31 Highway 465 West, Sparta, Kentucky 4108. So if you believe we need a community center for disaster relief, for recreational facilities, for workforce development, and for a center for a public forum, contact Harriet Lowe and tell her that you agree with getting this community center. She's looking to get some grants to get a community center in Gallatin County. So that's awesome. Good job, Harriet. Tomorrow morning, on Saturday, there's going to be a pancake breakfast. The Gallatin County FFA alumni is going to be hosting it. $5 a plate. And it's going to be at the Gallatin County High School. So support your local FFA.